Good evening, folks, and I tell you what, this is Richard Rose coming from the Simple Man Game Called Cup series, presenting the Michiana Packard 175 at Chicagoland Speedway. And as always, I am joined up in the booth by future Hall of Famer Jake Little. Jake, it's looking to be a beautiful night tonight. Before we get into all this, we have a lot of news, a lot of stuff to get over. Let's get down there and let's get this national anthem underway, folks. Of the national anthem we had there, and I tell you, it's playoff racing, folks. The first race for the playoffs is tonight. It's gonna happen. What I need you to do is to hit that share button if you're watching Facebook right now. Share it to all your followers. Let's bring it in. Let's bring the excitement. We have some 88 fans. We have number 17 fans. We have fans all over the world happening right now. But the guy I'm a fan of is future Hall of Famer Jake Little. Jake, how you looking at this race?
You know, first race on the round of 16. I don't expect them to, I don't want to say take it easy, play conservative, but this race could make or break your playoffs. It could affect whether you make it on to the next round or not. So expect, guys like Calvin Allison, Andrew Bird, Kyle Fram, really don't expect them to hold back much anymore tonight. They are up front as it is already, but they'll try to stay out of trouble. But when that happens, they're in trouble. So
exactly,
it's a make or break situation here tonight. They'll either make your playoffs or break your playoffs. But quickly, Richard, let's go through our starting lineup here tonight. Calvin Allison once again picks up the Buzz Pole Award. Andrew Bird second, Justin Levine third, Kyle Fram fourth, Darren Clark fifth, Patrick Green rolls off sixth, Andrew Jones seventh, Matt McLean, last week's winner in that Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet, rolls off eighth, Thomas Harmon ninth, and Sam Innerholm, another chase contender, rolling off in the 10th position.
Coming off 11, John Hinchcliffe, 12, Chris James, 13th, Ryan Hesgard, 14th, David Clark, 15th, Aaron Taylor, 16th, Zachary Hale, 17th, Chuck Phillips, 18th, Danny Lowe, 19th, Robert Dudley, 20th, Sam Warren, 21st, Josh Sturgill, 22nd, Tim Hockeybrickner, and then rounded off Casey Heschel in the provisional. We're going down to backstretch. Pick your winner.
I really like that number 28, Michiana Calvin Allison. He's, every time he races, he's fast.
I tell you, you have to watch that Josh Sturgill at number 17, folks.
You know what? Guess what, Richard? Packard is going to dive down the pit road coming off turn 4 this time. Calvin Allison, Adrian Bird getting ready to bring Packard 175 to the green flag here.
The Michiana 175 pace car is down. We have been racing for this all season, folks. And guess what? Green flag, round of 16 underway.
Calvin Allison wastes no time. You didn't that green flag. He was going to pull away a little bit, but Andrew Bird is going to close back up on exit 2.
Yeah, and I tell you, coming out of these corners, these guys have been complaining all practice. It feels like they're on ice. So, and they're racing on thin ice. It's playoff racing, folks.
See, he wants to lead this first lap. Andrew Bird does.
Andrew Bird wants to make a statement coming into this.
And Calvin Allison will lead that lap.
That guy is out to make a statement. It is playoff racing. You are going to have to beat him if you want to win this championship. He is the guy to beat.
So Calvin Allison got really high in 1 and 2. He got up in that grade, got a little too high, but he got that runoff. He was able to stay right with the Andrew Bird in the 32.
Yeah, and I want to say thank you to everybody that's tuning in on Facebook. You guys are awesome. We're bringing the action to you.
You know, lurking into that picture is that 54 machine of Justin Levine. That get up there and tail better for this lead early.
And they're already throwing the warning out. Management is about that apron. These guys, I mean, they're going to race it to the edge. So what's it going to take? It's going to take a wreck. Somebody ruining their night to show them that, hey, you better stay off the apron.
Yeah, that is true. And looking through the field here with Casey Heschel in 20th, Tim Hockroom here in 21st, you know, everyone's pretty much, you know, single file. Everyone's running their own line here, and really no trouble going on here so far early.
Yeah, you just go up to even the 16th spot as you have Danny Lowe, a guy that missed the championship, the playoff, the round of 16 by like 8 points. So now he's just out here racing for pride. He wants that win. He's not getting the championship. So you have different races happening right now, folks. You have people that aren't in the playoffs, but they're still going to race their hardest, and they're still going to push for the win. And then you have the people that are in the playoff, the round of 16, and they're going to just try to conserve their spots and conserve their winnings.
That is true, and if you guys want to go through the field here, you see these cars with the orange numbers and orange wheels. That indicates that driver is in the playoff here. If you see a car roll across your screen with that orange number and orange wheels, he's your guy to be watching for this championship.
Yeah, and that's true. And coming straight out of the chat, Tanner Webb says, here comes that 54 machine. You better watch out. And that is true. Justin Levine, I mean, started third. He's still sitting third, but he's hanging up there with the top two.
That is true. No surprise here. Andrew Bird already out to a 1.4 second lead over Calvin Allison. So, kind of a repeat of last week or the weeks prior to that, before Matt McLean got the best of Andrew Bird last week.
Yeah, and that's true. And it's at this point, I mean, Justin's probably just racing a race to where he's going to follow Calvin Allison around to see what he's running. Justin's going to run his lanes to see what's quicker. I mean, right now you're just setting it up for the end of the race. He's running third. He's sitting pretty right now. So he's just trying to see what lines are working, and he's watching Calvin Allison up in front of him.
Just fall off so much that it really.
I mean, he's not pushing anything, so it's beautiful. It's something to watch. I mean, he's like, Calvin Allison should feel like he's got the Jaws theme track happening behind him. He's waiting to pounce.
Yeah, that is true. And, you know, just looking behind him, you see the 64 chase contender Andrew Jones, or playoff contender, Andrew Jones. Started 7:30 and right behind the 54 machine of Justin Levine.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, let me look at this thing. Yeah, so Justin Levine is not in the round of 16. So he's racing for pride too, and don't think he's just going to give it up. I mean, yeah, the beginning of the race, management was, hey, they've got the tires, they've got this. Don't race them that hard if they're in the championship, but it's racing. You're not going to give a win up.
Oh no, that is for sure, and you know, it's just, you know, as we look through this pretty quick, you know, as you mentioned, Andrew, he's just been so dominant this season. He obviously came in leading with Calvin Allison second, you know, Josh Churchill third, Kyle Fram fourth. And then, Brian Harper sitting 5th in the playoff grid. And last week's winner, Matt McLean, in 6th. So a lot of strong contenders here. So
yeah, and you're talking about people on moves and playoff grids, but if you look at it, Josh 17, he's up to 8th position. He is now cracked into the top 10. So he's doing something right. That's somebody you're going to have to watch his whole race.
He's probably that one guy that, didn't really run hard in the beginning of the run, and now he's letting his tires here fall off so much that if you run really hard at the beginning of the run, you're gonna regret that. Hoping for a caution in the middle of that run to the end of that run.
But we just completed lap 12 or 13, and they're still running good. I mean, they're spaced out. They're just running their race right now. So it's something. It's great to see that they're not taking the chances yet. And coming straight out of the chat from Brandon Lee Dalton, he says that number 42, Chris James, is the magic man. He said keep an eye on him. He's going places tonight, folks. That number 42, yeah, I tell you, we've talked about him a few times. And he's in that, let me make sure he's in that car tonight. Is he in that Busch? Yeah, buddy. He is currently sitting in the 14th spot.
Yeah, as we mentioned, Andrew Bird up to a 2.5-second lead over the 28 machine of Calvin Allison. And, I'm just looking at Andrew Bird's lap times. His fastest lap was ran on lap 4 of a 29.89. Lap 14, he ran a 30.74. So 14 laps into a run, he's already dropped almost a second.
And you think that's the kind of information that they're going to be looking at for the end of this race?
Exactly.
How long can they go? How long will their tires last? I mean, they're making mental notes of that.
Oh yeah, it's kind of going back to Darlington. You can go, 50, 55, maybe 60 laps on fuel, but your tires wore so quickly that you'd want to get tires after 35, 40 laps. So this is something that they're gonna have to remember for the end of the race. If you have a longer run, do they want to try to stretch out this full fuel run, or do they want to come in sooner and get those 4 fresh tires and try to gain everything that they lost? But I believe
that's something we're gonna have to watch tonight. Is if the old tires were gonna affect it.
Yeah.
Every race is different, so that's something we're gonna have to keep an eye on. That's why we got future Hall of Famer Jake Little here. He's got his little notes up. I mean, every lap he's writing them down, and he's writing times down, and he's looking at pit times, and he's looking at everything. I mean, he's going back to Chris James, back in the old days when he probably raced go-karts when he was 3 years old. I mean, he's got a lot of information on these guys.
Something else. Something you'll have to look out, like I was saying before.
Looks like Danny Lowe is slow. He's on the bottom of the track. I don't know if he's coming out of the pits now or what happened. I'm getting word from management that the number 57 of Kyle Fram did bounce off turn 4, but they are staying green. So tires are wearing out. They're having a little bit of issues.
Update on the 79 car of Danny Lowe. It looks like he might have slapped that outside wall. His right front is buckled up a little bit.
So we have people touching that wall all over the place right now.
Are we at Chicagoland or Darlington?
I can't tell the difference.
But he also did come, after that contact, he did come down pit road. So yes, you're right, he was down pit road.
We're going to see how much that will affect. So as of right now, we will have 22 cars on the lead lap as Danny Lowe is 4 laps down. Wow.
Not how he wanted to make his return here tonight.
I tell you, if you're chatting in old Facebook land, that's the one I'm watching. Go ahead and put in there who you're cheering for. We'll get you out there. And I think he's still watching on Michael Redding. Michael Redding, a past winner of the Oval League. A couple of races, I believe. So, what's up, Michael?
You know, I'm watching the intervals between the top two. Kelvin Allison is actually closing in on the 32 championship. He's down to a 2.3 second lead now. So last time it was a 2.6. So that's one thing to watch, is that battle starting to close in for the lead.
Yeah, and I think it's all going to come down to these green flag pit stops, in which it's going to be fun to watch because we don't get them that often. So, I mean, that could cost you the race. You come down pit lane, you're speeding, you do something stupid, it could cost you the race, it could cost you the playoffs. I mean, it could boot you out of the round of 16. So, you gotta be all about it, and you gotta be on top of your A game at every moment during these playoffs.
That is true, and I want to let everyone know, real world, the round of 16, round of 8, round of 12, you win a race, you're in. Not in this league. If you win a race in the playoff round and you're championship eligible, you have to race at least 2 of the 3 races. So you can, for instance, Andrew Bird can win this race. That does not lock him into the round of 12. He can miss, next week, but still race the following race and still advance. So
yeah, you have to make 2 out of 3 races.
Yeah, if you win, you necessarily don't make it into the next round. You can, like you said, win this race, but then miss the next 2 and be out.
And I'm going to tell you, we've seen it this whole season where Andrew Bird has had connection issues. So that's something you're going to have to watch. I mean, if he goes out and wins this race, comes in next week, has connection issues for the next 2 weeks, and it knocks him out before he's able to complete a lap, he doesn't move on.
Yeah, exactly. So if he wins this race, can't complete a lap for the next one of the 2 races, he's out. So a lot of implications and a lot of ways you can advance and be eliminated.
Yeah, so I'm going to start looking through, and we're going to see where it looks like Justin Levine and Matt McLean are racing it out here for a 3rd spot, P3. Looks like Matt McLean got around him that old 88 Bass Pro Shop car. So that's something you're going to have to watch for. Is we all know Andrew Bird's got a target on his back for Matt McLean. We've heard it. So we're waiting. We're waiting.
Last week's winner, talked to him after the race. He was just so relieved to finally end that long winless streak. And now he can, race the rest of the season not with that pressure on his back about winning a race.
Yeah, that's true. I'm getting word from the management that the Calvin Allison is catching the number 32 Andrew Bird. He's about 1.2 seconds now. So that's something we're going to have to watch out for. I mean, we're only 27 laps in, and I think it's a 117-lap race. So it's still early.
Still a long way to go.
But the story that is developing right now is Calvin Allison has really been a master of long green flag runs. I mean, this guy, he figures it out. If you give him a long green flag run, he's going to be up towards the front. And he's showing it right now.
And, he's running in 1 and 2. I've been watching him. He's running where no one else is running. He's running right in that gray, almost right up against the wall. The Kyle Larson line, I like to call it. The old Harry Gant line. He's running right up against the wall in the gray. Not that time, but last few times he has been running up in the gray. So.
And now's the perfect time to be testing all those lines. I mean, it's just you're gonna go high. You're gonna find out where it's gonna be quick for you. And
that is true.
I mean, he's catching a lap car right now, so he can test it on a lap car. How much run he can get. I mean, yeah, it is a lap car, so it's not going to be the same, but it can give him a little bit of knowledge on how he can work it later on.
That's true, and 32 Major Bird, he saw what the 28 was doing. He's going up there and see what he can do. But Kelvin Allison is closing in under a second now. Safe in 3 and 4. Kelvin Allison's riding that high line. Andrew Bird's right back down at the bottom, so Calvin Allen
Yeah, it looks like
really
we
liking
took
what
one.
his car doing.
Looks like we got a little pack back here running for, looks like 13th, 14th, and 15th. David Clark, Kyle Fram, and Chris James, the old 42, as they call him, the Magic Man. That's chat. We're gonna start calling him the Magic Man. They were dipping and diving and dicing all over the place. Had some good racing happening there in the back. It looks like we have some people pitting. Number 64 is pitting right now, so a short pit for Andrew Jones. The number 5, John Hinchcliffe, just left pit road.
He just went, 30 laps on that run. So, his fastest time he ran, Andrew Jones, 64. He ran fastest lap, 30:05 on lap 2. His last lap under green was a 31:86. So
I think we're going to start seeing that cycle through now.
As I say, it's a case of one car coming in, you can get a whole bunch of people coming in.
Yeah, because you waste time. You don't want to waste that time. You don't want to give up that time to the fresh tires.
You wouldn't think it's going to make that much of a difference because, Andrew Bird, he's leading. Andrew Jones, he's sitting in 20th, 30 seconds behind. Think about how much time Andrew Jones is gaining on Andrew Bird right now.
Yeah. And it's so at this point, I mean, he's got to be in with his crew chief. Allison is pitting. So we have Calvin Allison going down pit road right now.
Now, with Calvin Allison coming down pit road, I would expect to see Andrew Bird in next time by.
Yeah, Aaron Taylor's pitting now. 24, Aaron Taylor pitting. So yeah, I think we're gonna see Andrew Bird coming in within the next 3 laps. It has to.
Andrew Bird stayed out this time, so I agree with you. Within the next few laps, I expect him to come in. As Justin Levine's come down pit road as well.
And we got that strategy happening right now, and it's all happening live for the Simple Man Game Called Cup Series. Michiana Packard 175. We're at Chicagoland Speedway, folks. It is race number 1, round of 16.
So
Playoff racing.
Yeah, I'm gonna be watching this 28 car just to see, he's just gonna go by the 8 car like he is stopped right now. Andrew Bird, he's come down pit road. Andrew Bird is. So he saw that 28 car come in. Now
you're gonna have that one person out there too. That one person that is gonna try to push it to the first caution.
That's gonna hope for a caution. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got to start watching for that too. Who is gonna make that move and hope for the caution? As number 27, Chuck Phillips is pitting. Oh, Josh Sturgill spinning on pit road. Josh Sturgill spins on pit road.
Say, as I believe the 28 car might have gotten around the 32 car before the 32 car came off pit road, so this should be interesting to see where this.
I'm trying to figure out what happened to Josh Sturgill. I mean, spinning on pit road. That kind of, that can ruin your chances there really quick. As we have that cycle through happening right now, folks. So we're going to see what happens here.
There is that one guy that's going to stay out. I think that one guy is going to be the 8 car, Patrick Green. He's on the lead. He has a 7-second advantage over the number 1 car, Casey Heschel.
And I tell you what, I can tell you that Casey Heschel wants to catch Patrick Green. He wants to make it a race for a little bit against his buddy, Patrick Green. And we will see some excellent racing if those two get near each other. If I'm looking at it right, Patrick Clark is not in the round of 16, so. And it was all last season. Yeah, I think it was me, Patrick Clark, and Casey Heschel. We were all in. So that was something that we kind of used to our advantage when we were talking and everything. And then I unfortunately left.
Green?
So, yeah, Patrick Green, number 8.
And say right now, if Calvin Ellison and Andrew Bird will get the lead right here, Calvin Ellison would have a 2-second lead over Andrew Bird. So Calvin Ellison hitting 2 laps prior to Andrew Bird, he gained over 2 seconds on Andrew Bird.
Yeah, and Patrick Green just came down pit road. He got real sideways. So
Casey Heschel's coming down the road as well.
And you think they're gonna bunch up? So Casey Heschel makes a good entry. Patrick Green, man, I tell you, something puckered up for him.
Say, I don't believe Kyle Framke made his pit stop yet.
We have Kyle Fram out there as we're getting ready to cycle through. It looks like about 1, 2, 3, 4 cars, maybe 5 cars left out there. So somebody's gonna push it. It's just who's gonna do it. The newer tires are catching them. They're catching them quick.
He is fresher tires behind him. Okay, Patrick Green's exiting the pits here. And then say, so the tires, you know, exactly what we brought up before. The tires definitely beat the fuel. You know, if it comes down to a late race caution, 3 laps, give me tires. I don't care if we ran 2, 3, 10 laps, 2 laps, give me 4 fresh tires.
Yeah, and we have 4 people left out right now that have not pitted. So they're pushing it. They're pushing it to the extreme right now. With Kyle Fram, David Clark, Sam Niederhelm. There are 3 people out now. So
they're playing the fuel game. They're wanting to go as far as possible on fuel. As we got Kyle Fram running first, David Clark second on the 21, and then all chase contenders in the top 3.
It looks like Sam Niederhelm's coming down the pit.
Sam Niederhelm's filling up as well as the 21 car of David Clark.
So Kyle Fram is the last one that needs to pit, folks.
So
that's something we're gonna have to watch.
How much time is he losing right now, do you think, Richard, with fresher tires behind him?
Well, I'm just gonna say Kevin Allison is only 2.8 seconds behind him. So if a caution's gonna happen, it better happen within the next 2 or 3 laps.
That's all the 57's hoping for of Kyle Fram. He's hoping for a caution. He's like, so you got the 14 of Tim Hagenbruchter behind him. He's sitting in the 21st position, 1 lap down, trying to get his lap back.
Yeah, Sam Needham exits pit road. And it looks like we have it, so we're going to go up and we're going to watch little Kyle Fram. We're going to see how this develops for him.
We're going to have a battle for second, as pretty soon as will be for the lead. The 32 car of Andrew Bird has caught the 28 of Calvin Allison.
Yeah, we got to say hello to Marge Dodge. She just joined the chat on Facebook video. Marge, who are you cheering for? We got round of 16 happening. It looks like Kyle Fram. Kyle Fram's in pit road. That caution did not happen to him.
As the 28 car will resume the lead here on lap 46 of 117.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, though, the ones that we're going to have to really watch are the short pitting. I mean, Calvin Allison, the number 28, and the number 64 of... Let me get the name so I don't get it wrong. Andrew Jones, both short pitted on that run. So, but they're higher than when they started. Something we're going to have to watch.
That's true. Now the question is, where will Kyle Fram come out? I believe he has lost 1 lap under this exchange of pit stop. So
he waited too long. He was looking for that caution. You roll the dice, and you never know what's going to happen.
Now, I'm going to say the leader is going to cross her finish line now, and then Kyle Fram is just entering turn 3. So he scored.
And I'm hearing cars beating and banging.
Say he's coming on right now. He's going to be scored in the 15th position, 1 lap down. So that number 42 is looking for a caution right now. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, first change 1 lap down in the 12th position. Casey Heschel, one of the other ones that stayed out a little longer than the leaders, he lost some ground. He's sitting in the 13th position, 1 lap down as well.
Yeah, and that's something you just got to watch. I mean, if you look at it, you got to take chances. It is the round of 16. You're in the playoffs, racing for a championship. And Kyle Fram stretched it, and he went from 1st to 15th. So we'll see how it works out for him.
That's right.
But
He cycled
as of right now, it's the cycle throughs happen. We're under green flag racing.
I'm going to say the top two are separated by half a second. From second to third, 10 seconds. So Calvin Nelson and Ainsworth have lots of space to race here as we're about to complete lap 150. Let's go and take our first break of the night. Calvin Nelson, the leader, with Andrew Bird chasing him in second.
Yeah, here at Michiana Packard 175, presented by Simple Man Game Call Cup Series. Here at the Michiana Packard 175, presented by Simple Man Game Call Cup Series. 55 laps of 117 finished. It has been green flag racing ever since this. I tell you what, folks, we're in a round this right now. These guys are racing for a championship, and we have seen some strategy happening. I mean, we have people from pitting early to pitting late, the people that just caught the guy that pitted late. So we're going to watch how it all unfolds. And I can guarantee you one thing. Future Hall of Famer announcer up here, Jake Little, he's got it all in his notes. What are you looking at right now?
Well, I really, on that exchange pit stop, I really like what that 28 car did. He came in 2 laps prior to that 32 car. He came out 2 seconds ahead of that leader. That's something you're going to have to watch later on. If Bird is going to win this race, he's going to have to pull something out of a hat. Because that 28 car is looking lightning fast here tonight.
Wasn't there somebody last week that made a bold prediction saying it was not going to be the intro in the playoffs? I can't remember. I mean, it might have been a short, chubby guy named by the Rick, but I think last week he was talking about that, and everybody's like, "Oh, this guy's crazy." And then this week happens, and look, Calvin Ellison's out in the lead. Where's Andrew Bird is in second. He is holding it up. I mean, right now it's Calvin Ellison versus Andrew Bird, but Calvin Ellison's having his way with him. We're going to see how this one works out, folks.
Yeah, it's true. And, Matt McLean, we haven't talked much about him. Last week's winner, he's sitting in third, but 11 seconds behind the lead. So, if he's going to want to get this win, he's going to have to have a caution.
That's we're all waiting on bated breath. What if you have to expect at least one caution, but
and we ran 60 laps.
I remember there's some races where we're like, you guys, you know what? We're not professionals. We're in our computer chairs. Well, unless you're Josh Sturgill. Josh Sturgill has a nice set. Have you ever seen his?
No, I have not.
He's got like an actual racing chair and a racing seat and like 3 monitors and a steering. He's got it. Like guys like he's like actually racing. Then you got like me. I have like a $20 Walmart desk, a $15 Walmart chair, and I got it hooked up to my thing, and it's slipping off as I'm turning. And some people, they do take it seriously, but then we get to this race, and we're 60 laps, green flag racing. We're almost halfway through.
Yeah, that is, you know, I came in tonight. I'm gonna be honest with you. I came in tonight thinking, okay, we'll have
5's on pit road. I'm not trying to cut you off. We have a short pitter. John Hinchcliffe is on pit road. Strategy, folks.
He's riding 11th, 1 lap down, so maybe he knows something we don't.
We're going to see how that works out for him. Number 64 is coming to pit road, too. Andrew Jones, pitting. I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's some big stuff. We have people short pitting right now.
That's true. I don't even remember what I was saying now.
So, Hinchcliffe makes it out. We're going to try to get down to Andrew Jones. Andrew Jones is exiting pit road right now. So, if we were to stay green right now, some of these people have to pit 2 more times. That means somebody's going to have to start stretching.
Yes. Who knows?
We thought it'd be Kyle Fram.
Yeah.
Because we have 9 people on the lead lap right now.
But Kyle Fram, he is now the first car 1 lap down, so he is now hoping for that caution before they lap that 27 machine of Chuck Phillips. So.
Yeah, and then you have that Mountain Dew car back there, Casey Heschel. I mean, a very strong competitor. He just he steps on it too often, and but he's racing for position right now. He's not in the run.
We also have the 24 car, Eric Taylor, down pit road. So that puts 8 cars on the lead lap. Chuck Phillips being the last car. Richard, how about we go through the... Let's take you through the field, folks, as... Imagine he sat on the pole once again. Remember what happened last time, Richard, when Calvin Allison sat on the pole?
We're not going to talk about that.
It was Indian that high line. You see that 32 car starting to close in the gap down to under half a second now. Meanwhile, Calvin Allison sat on the pole, currently leading. Car looks pretty stable here with Bird, as I said, running second, just under a half a second. And I think Andrew Bird's found something. Andrew Bird is running a different line than what he is before, right in the tire track, so that 28 machine, and see the Aaron Taylor machine go right under him. Those 4 fresh tires, he's gonna unlap himself here. But somebody talk about the 3rd place car there, Richard.
Well, Matt McLean, he actually started in the 8th spot, and he's just casually running up there. I mean, 10.2 seconds behind. But it's something we're gonna have to watch out for if we get a caution, because the whole drama between Andrew Bird and Matt McLean. And running in 4th is Thomas Harmon, guy we don't talk about that often. Started 9th, moved up 5 positions, and he's currently running like 14.3 seconds behind. So these guys are just, they're sitting back there right now watching this front crowd pull away.
That is true, and right behind him, he has the number 54 machine of Justin Levine. He started in the 3rd position. He's dropped back a couple spots, and No, he's just riding there. He's hoping for a caution. Looks like his car is really struggling, maintaining to keep speed in the center of the corner. So he's just riding there, riding right behind the 68 car Thomas Harmon. Meanwhile, 4 seconds behind him, you have the number 8 machine Chevrolet of Patrick Green, 18.5 seconds behind the leader. In 6th, then he's just he's here. He's just he's here for a good time, and
yeah, he's just racing right now.
He's just, you know what? He's probably, enjoying a nice ice cold Coca-Cola, one hand on the wheel, one hand with the Coca-Cola, and just driving.
Yeah, thank God you didn't say that the wrong way. But slowly but surely, the number 88 is catching the front. I mean, he's knocking it off here and there. So that's something that we got to watch out for. Matt McLean is catching the 2 leaders, which
yes, he is.
we're calling it the 2 leaders because it is Calvin Olsen and Andrew Bird. So that's something that we got to watch.
Yeah. The 32 car is actually closed up the gap. He's actually right in the back bumper of the 28 machine. He's probably gonna have a run going into turn 3. Or he's gonna look low. He's gonna come out side by side with them now. Not quite. So the 32 car, he got up a little higher than what I think he wanted. But he's gonna try to diamond cut that corner. So 32 car gets close to that wall. I don't know if he touched it.
I think if he would have stuck his tongue out, he could have licked it.
I'll say that's gonna allow the 32 machine to get under him. Can he complete the pass, Andrew Bird? Not quite, but he'll be side by side at the line.
Andrew Bird is using all the track that he can. We got a race, folks, as they're going into turn 1.
I'll say at the line, it was Kelvin Allison by 0.08 of a second.
Do you think Andrew Bird is storing that information? How he dipped down so low and still could not beat him?
A lot of things are going through it.
Andrew Bird coming down pit road.
Lap 72 coming down pit road.
That looked like it looked like he was going to challenge him, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to go into the pits." So number 32 is on pit road right now, as we are approaching lap 74 of 117 of the Michiana 175, presented by the Simple Man Game Call Cup Series. Beautiful duck calls, beautiful deer calls, buck calls, anything and everything you want, made from wood. You guys make sure to check them out.
I say Andrew Bird, he just ran a 36 lap run, so he goes, 36 laps, that's enough for my tires.
Yeah.
As you know, Calvin Allison, I expect him to be down. We're going to go through this again. I expect him to be down this time by if he wants to at least try to keep the lead.
He's got to come in within the next 2 or 3 laps. I mean, there will be no excuse. And as he passes the pit road, he says, "What? I'll show you when I want to pit."
I say, if you remember back to when Calvin Allison came down 2 laps before Andrew Bird, he had 2 seconds on him. So
yeah, well, I tell you, coming from Aaron A. Taylor, he says, "Go Kyle Fram." You got a Kyle Fram fan out there.
As Kyle Fram is in the 7th position, 1 lap down.
And the one and only Cody James has entered the stream, folks. He may be a Kyle Busch fan in real life, but he's a decent guy. We cannot judge him for all his wrongdoings.
Yeah, well.
The question is, when are we going to see Calvin Allison coming up pit road? Is he trying to stretch it out now?
When will we see Calvin Allison, Matt McLean, Thomas Tarman, the top 5 on the lead? He's 6th place, 26 seconds behind the lead.
We have 6 people on the lead. We have 6 people on the lead lap right now. So, Cody James says, "God bless."
Yeah, Calvin Allison still out there, almost 10 seconds ahead of Matt McLean.
It's kind of surprising me. Like, what does he know that we do not know? Or is he like, is he like, just screw it? I mean, if I'm gonna win it, I'm gonna win it.
You know, we do know one thing, that 32 car with the fresh tires is gonna unlap himself here in the next lap. As I say, then Calvin Allison can, you know, he's gonna unlap himself. Andrew Bird will. You know, I don't know. I don't agree with this move by Calvin Allison because, you know, he's gonna lose this lead when he comes on pit road. As Chuck Phillips is gonna go by him here. I don't know. Then we got 7 cars on the lead lap here. The 32 car just on lap for himself. Richard, what do you think? You know, what do you think's going through Andrew Bird's mind right now?
He was probably hoping to spark a change. So, but with Calvin Allison staying out there, I mean, Matt McLean is kind of catching him.
Yeah, you know, he's 7th. You know, he's 28 seconds back. He will start closing the gap, but by the time that the 28 car, or by the 32 car catches the 28 or cuts it in half, it'll be time for the 28 of them to pit, and then it'll just be reversed. So the 28 will have the advantage over the 32, in my opinion.
He's got to be coming in soon. Cody James asks, when did Matt pit last? That's been, yeah. We'll let future Hall of Famer Jake Little figure that one out.
Matt McLean.
Debbie Frame comes in. Kyle sent you in, Debbie. Debbie says go Kyle, but they have the same last name. It's either his mom or his wife.
We have Matt McLean coming in. He's going to get sideways. He's going to spin come down pit road, Matt McLean.
Woo! What the heck?
That's costly. And to answer your question, whoever asked it, he last pitted on lap 38, so he just went 42 laps on his run. I'm not sure who just asked that, but there you go. As we have more pit stops, we mentioned the 88 come down pit road. See Thomas Hartman just getting on pit road. You got another chase contender down pit road there, Richard. 55 Sam Helm down pit road.
Calvin Allison pitting.
Calvin Allison's come down pit road.
Oh, he took a long. Oh, yeah, that was close.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
He almost missed pit road.
Say pit road speed here is 50 miles an hour, and I'm checking to see if he got down to 50 or not. I don't know.
I'm not hearing anything yet. We're gonna wait for the official word.
I was gonna say I'm watching, and he was going like there's just 3 miles an hour over the speed limit. So, you know, even at
he is good. He's good, folks.
You know, question is how much time did this 28 car lose the pit stop? Oh, so we got a car spinning. That was the one car Casey Hesh.
Oh yeah, looked like he caught John Hinchcliffe. Caution is out. First caution of the night.
What you have there, bud?
Now, I don't think Calvin Ellison went down a lap. Now, Calvin Ellison is on the lead lap. I don't expect him to come in. He's not going to come in. Everyone else will come in, but Justin Levine, he got what he needed. He got that caution.
I tell you what, we're going to get this figured out, get it all squared away. It is the first caution. We are 87 in, folks, and we are here at the Michiana Packard 175, presented by the Simple Man Game Call Cup Series, Chicagoland Speedway, round of 16. We'll be back after this break.
Hey everybody, this is Kevin, co-host of The Buzz on ztalkradio.com, and you can catch me and my co-host Molly Spence live every Monday night at 8 p.m. Central. We talk about all topics, be it paranormal, cryptozoology, aliens, UFOs, abductions, oh good lord, we cover it all, even the occasional conspiracy theory. Again, catch me live every Monday night, 8 p.m. Central on ztalkradio.com. Hey everybody, Good evening everybody. Welcome to the Oval Racing Series. You're listening to Kevin, the co-host of The Buzz on ztalkradio.com. You can catch me live every Monday night, 8 p.m. Central on ztalkradio.com, where me and my co-host Molly Spence, we cover all topics from paranormal, true crime, alternate history, healing, spirituality. I mean, we cover it all, even the occasional conspiracy theory. Again, we try to cover the gamut of all things. You can listen to us again live every Monday night, 8 p.m. Central on ztalkradio.com. Now, let's get back to the race and see if my car, driven by Danny Lowe, is winning. Hey everybody, do you like a good ghost story? How about an alien abduction story? How about spiritual healing? Do angels really exist? Can people be possessed by demons? Are artifacts really possessed by spirits of the dead? Hey, do Ouija boards really work? Or are conspiracy theories true? You can find out every Monday night at 8 p.m. Central by listening to The Buzz, co-hosted by me and my co-host Molly Spence. We're live every Monday night at 8 p.m. Central. Now, let's get back to the race and see if our car, the Buzz car number 79, driven by Danny Lowe, let's watch it win.
I tell you, we got the first caution of the night. You all to number 1, Casey Heschel, his first of the night. We have people all over inside this chat right now going number 57. Another guy actually. Aaron A.T. Taylor asked, "Is this what he does in the downstairs?" And the only thing I could think of is like Aaron Taylor playing this game in his mom's basement or something. But yes, this is probably what he does downstairs. So we're at the Michiana 175 presented by Simple Man Game Call Cup Series. We are 89 laps in of a 117 lap race. It has been strategy, and then a caution hit. So what's gonna happen after this?
Took a chance. He stayed out 3, 4, 5 laps after, maybe more. Then Andrew Bird, he stayed out, hoping for that caution and trap Andrew Bird 1 lap down. He didn't get it. He comes down pit road, comes out, caution comes out. He's on the lead lap. Now he's your new leader. Calvin Allison, Justin Levine, Patrick Green, 2nd and 3rd. Andrew Bird's going to line up 4th. Andrew Jones, 5th. Aaron Taylor, 6th. Casey Heschel, 7th. Matt McLean, 8th. 9th. Thomas Harmer catching up to the field now. Chuck Phillips, 10th and last car on the lead lap.
Not going.
Yeah, as we get the caution flag is extended. So, Aaron A.J. Taylor says, "This is actually pretty cool. I appreciate you like this. I mean, we spend our life savings to become commentators, and NBC Sports Network wouldn't pick us up. Fox Sports 1 wouldn't pick us up. So we had to go to Yellow Flag TV, and I got stuck with future Hall of Famer Jake Little.
Hey, thanks.
He's the future Hall of Famer. I'm just the guy here. Jake brings the stats. I bring the beer.
Yeah, well.
And that was a compliment, Jake. You're a future Hall of Famer. When they open up that Oval Racing League presented by 7-Man Game Called Cup Series place in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's going to be this huge building, and it's going to have a Jake Little statue out.
So, quickly, who you see visiting Andrew Prince Victory Lane? Go.
Wow. Okay. Matt McClain. The number 80 at Matt McClain. I'm gonna have a whole bunch of haters outside of that chat right now. They're all chatting. They're all cheering for number 57. Or number 88. Go.
So he spun coming down to his Great Flag pit stop, so he lost all the ground. He's gonna restart at 87.
I think we're getting ready to go green, folks. We're gonna get back to the yard, so you don't have to listen to us that much.
Calvin House on the inside. Justin Levine on the outside. Base car drops, and here comes the green flag.
Green flag.
And the green flag is out.
Green flag is out. And it looks like Calvin House says, you're going to have to catch me, buddy, as Patrick Green goes to P2. Justin Levine sitting P3. Andrew Bird sitting P4. As Andrew Bird is looking under Justin Levine right now for P3. Caution is out.
Caution.
Rack coming out of
Any
turn
comments
2.
there, bud?
That's all it took, folks. Now they're going to start pushing.
Say cautions breed cautions. We went, 80 out of caution. And now we have 2 cautions with 5 left. Let's take a look and see what happened here. The 5 car of John Hinchcliffe. Looks like the... turns 1 and 2, the number 5 car, John Hinchcliffe, got loose, chased it up the track. And I can't quite make out that number. He got it to number 62, he got it to Zachary Hale. Yeah, that triggered that, and then, KC just made it through there.
Well, so here we go. I'm getting a laugh out of this one. All right. So Aaron Taylor, he's in here. Aaron 57. Number 57 is Kyle Fram. And then he pops in and he says, you know what? I'm kind of cheering for the dude that's got the same name as me too. As he's talking about the number 24, Aaron Taylor. That gave me a chuckle. He's kind of split now.
That is true.
I can tell you one thing now. We are excited you all joined us tonight for a round of 16 playoff racing. The EOL does go to John Hinchcliffe. First of the night, but he is done. His motor blew. So, and the people that are new to this, EOL is end of line. Cause a caution, you go to the back of the furnace end of the line, that type of deal. So
that is true, and we do have pit stops coming down. Trying to see 64 down. Matt McLean came down. Thomas Harmon, Chuck Phillips, Josh Sturgill, and Casey Heschel. Everyone that's in the back coming down pit road, thinking, we got nothing to lose.
Yeah, and Casey Heschel sitting 12th. It's the last car on the lead lap. We just got 2 to green. We'll be back to racing. I'm going to tell you, we're 95 laps in. We've only had 2 cautions. It's been one heck of a night. A lot of strategy at play now, though. That's something we're going to have to watch.
Yes.
I mean, they can make it on fuel. They can make it. They can make it on tires. But when that next caution hits, if it does, who comes down? Who takes the tires? That type of deal. We'll just have to watch see how it all plays out.
You know, I'm gonna say this. I said this earlier in the broadcast. If a caution comes out with 7 to go, theoretically, 7, 8 to go, have roughly about a 2-3 lap shootout. I think, you know, there's gonna be someone that tries to stay out and hope for a caution or hope to hold off these guys. Leaders will pit. Someone's going to do whatever the opposite is. Leaders pit, they'll stay out. Leaders stay out, they'll pit. So that's something you're going to have to watch. If you pit with a 2-lap run after running 10 laps, I would pit. I don't know about you, Richard, but I'll think about my race and want to win. But if you stay out, you're going to be sliding around, not having that grip versus someone with 4 tires. One with 4 tires with the win. So should be, you know, as you said, as we draw closer in, about 23 laps to go here. Coming down to 22 laps to go.
It's happening quick. We got a little debate happening in the chat if they want Cal Fram to win or if Aaron Taylor wants Aaron Taylor to win. So
the only, you know, I hate to say this, the only way for Cal Fram to win is if he passes the 21 and the 49, then a caution comes out, and he'll. We've seen
worse happen. We have seen it happen. It's all happened. So right now, you got somebody praying right now to the racing gods. It's gonna happen. As that pace car's coming through turn 3 and 4, coming out of 4. We're like, please let it happen. Please let it happen. But I tell you what, Superman Game Call Cup Series says, pace cars down.
Ready?
Michiana
Green.
175 is back under green as Calvin Allison shoots back out to the lead. But look at them in the back. They just spread out. It was like spreading the wings out. People going to every single lane. It's getting dicey right now, folks. They are racing for the playoffs.
Packard Green blocked that 32 car going into 1. Trying to hold that 32 car back. You see, once that 32 gets by him, and it's all over for him.
Yeah, they were watching this battle up front, but it's happening in the back. It's happening in the middle. I mean, these guys we got racers all and they want to make it.
And we're pretty much back.
And it looks like Loki entered the chat. So welcome to the chat. We are watching the Superman Game Call Cup Series, Michiana 175.
We're coming down to 20 laps to go.
They're giving warnings out for jumping the restart.
I didn't see anything. I'm going to go back and take a look at that.
I'm asking management again because I didn't catch that. But he did throw a warning out. Talking about jumping the restart. So that's something we're going to have to watch, folks. So that was the number 72 of Ryan Heskar. Management, Oval, coming down saying it was borderline jumping the start. So they're kind of nixing that right at the beginning. As we have Kevin Allison out in front. Caution's out.
Give me your temp there, bud.
We're trying to find it. Caution backstretch. Car spinning. Number 27. Chuck Phillips goes around causing a caution. We're going to get this figured out, folks. I tell you what, if you're in chat right now, while we're on break, go ahead. Give this thing a share. Tell all your friends about it. Because this is the Simple Man Game Call Cup Series. And this is the Michiana 175 at Chicagoland Speedway. Round of 16. And we're ending this here soon, folks. We'll be back. Michiana 175, presented by Superman Game Call Cup Series. We have like 15 laps to go, folks, but a big change up front. Aaron Taylor did not pit, the number 24. So, Aaron A.T. Taylor, you're getting your wish right now. The guy with your name is in the lead with like 15, 14 laps to go. A lot of things we got to look at. The number 28 of Calvin Allison overshot his pit when he was pitting. So that has cost him some spots. The number 54, Justin Levine, took 2 tires. So that's something we're going to have to watch out for. But up front right now is that number 24 of Aaron Taylor, as Aaron Taylor is cheering him on for Chad. When I seen that happen while we were on break, I was like, man, we got to talk about this when we get back, because Aaron Taylor's cheering on Aaron Taylor. And we haven't seen this all season. Something to watch here, folks. As I'm looking at it, yeah, Aaron Taylor, and you did ask, let's see, okay. We did have a question in chat. So, what does round of 16 imply? Does like a certain number advance each week? You have 3 races in each round. So right now, this is the very first race of the playoffs. You have 16 people racing for it. And at the end of the 3rd race, here in a couple weeks, we will knock it down to 12 people. Then we'll have 3 more races. We'll knock it down to 8 people. And then we will knock it down to 4 people for the final race at Homestead in Miami. So that is something you have to watch out for. I mean, this is the very first race. If you are a first-time tuner, you picked a good time. You're going to see some great races. We have 16 people racing for a championship right now.
And the racing has only begun.
Yes. We have 9 races after this to go, if I'm correct, right?
That is true, and, the races, after all that prep for the finish here now, throw that out the window, because the finish, the race starts now. You got 2 cars that stayed out, 1 car on 2 tires, and all the rest on 4. 14 laps to go. Here we go.
I'm watching Aaron Taylor now.
I'm watching
Is he going to be able to hold him off? That is the question.
I don't think so.
Take
Watch
it.
for that tire spin. Watch for that tire spin as green flag is going to come out. Green flag is out.
He gets out clean. Calvin Allison looks to the inside, though. He is looking to the inside of Justin Levine. 2 tires versus 4 tires.
No. 3, whoa, not quite, okay. Meanwhile, Aaron Taylor is loving all this behind him.
Yes, he is loving looking at his rearview mirror, seeing all that bad. No caution. No caution.
Calvin Allison.
Oh, he's spinning. Calvin Allison's spinning.
Caution's out.
Caution is out. Oh, we got a big wreck.
How are
Patrick
doing,
Green.
bud?
With Andrew Bird involved. Oh, my God.
Calvin Allison, Andrew Bird involved.
2 dominant cars of the day.
I think number 17 of Josh Sturgill was involved too.
Oh my gosh. This changes everything.
Looks like Josh Sturgill's done for the night.
Say Calvin Allison. Let's go and take a look at the
Yeah.
replay.
Calvin Allison, he is confused. He said he had it saved.
Andrew Bird is not a happy camper, and I
You
don't
guys,
blame him.
oh man, those tempers are high right now. They're very,
Okay.
very high. Because if you look at that replay, Andrew Bird was in front of him. He got collected into it. EOL number 28, Calvin Allison. End of the line to Calvin Allison, the guy that has been dominating this whole race.
Say Patrick Green's involved.
You guys,
I'm
it's-
watching the replay. I'm watching the replay. He knows he has pressure tires. He has to push these two. He comes up off the corner. He makes contact with the 54. That gets him loose. So he's out of the throttle. He's chasing it. And then he comes down and clips the 32 car. So, the 32 car obviously is blaming it on the 28 thing and, why'd you come down? He's just trying to save his car.
It's a guy that was sitting third in points. In this playoff, the race is 16. Josh Sturgill is done for the night.
Not what he needs right now. And, that really puts him in, a situation here probably in a must-win situation, or unless someone else has.
Yeah, he's gonna have to. And that's just the way that's gonna work out. We got people pitting in the back, but it looks like only one or two cars. But Aaron Taylor right now, that number 24, he's staying out. He's confident in his car, folks.
That is true. And, now the question is, if you guys don't know, they get one fast repair. What that means is if their car gets damaged, bad enough, they can get their car fixed. Now the question is, Andrew Bird, he probably already used his fast repair. He's 2 laps down. He's out of this race. He's out of contention. Now Calvin Allison,
There's a lot
Say
of
32
game change. Yeah, game changing. Just
yeah, the 32 car is rolling, but he's 2 laps down in the 16th position.
so we have Aaron Taylor. So we have converted somebody, folks. This is huge news. Watching our stream, Aaron A.T. Taylor says, "This is awesome." He said, "I wish I knew anything about computers. I would want to do this." Debbie, tell Kyle to text me one day when he wants to set up a computer at my house and show me how to do this. I'll tell you what, Aaron Taylor, I'm going to tell you right now how to do it. All right? And Aaron Taylor's even putting he's putting a challenge out. He's telling Aaron Taylor, or he's telling who's he telling? Kyle Fram. He's telling Kyle Fram, and he'll show him how this is done. Well, Aaron Taylor, in chat, you go to iRacing.com. It's a subscription, a monthly subscription. You do that, you buy you a steering wheel, you buy some gas pedal and brakes, a nice computer, and then you join Oval. So, but the big thing of the night right now is that did cost Josh Sturgill the race. And we brought that up. Sitting third in the playoffs, the round of 16. And now after this race, we're gonna have to see how that all goes out. But I mean, it's that late caution that got him. And now we're gonna see how it goes. Is we got people cheering on Aaron Taylor.
We're gonna have 9 laps to go. Aaron Taylor, he's sitting first. You said Ryan Haskell third, second, Justin Levine with 2 fresh tires. Sitting in third, Andrew Jones fourth, Thomas Harmon fifth rather. Matt McLean 6th, Casey Eschel 7th, Kyle Fram 8th, Chuck Phillips 9th, and Patrick Green 10th.
Well, I tell you what, give this stream one more share, because we're going green. 9 laps to go. It is the Michiana 175 presented by Simple Man Game Call Cup Series. They are spreading out again. Look at this. Aaron Taylor out to the lead.
I'm saying I don't. Correct me if I'm wrong, Richard. I don't think Aaron Taylor has won a race this season, right?
I don't think he has either. I think he raced in on points. But he's loving this right now. And you know what? I'm not even going to talk about the guy right now because he's racing. We're going to talk about Justin Levine behind him. He's trying to catch that car in front. We are not even going to try to put that jinx out right now, as we got 8 laps to go. We got Luke saying go number 24 and number 88.
As I said, that 64 car, he has 2 tires, 2 right side tires. So he has a slight advantage over the 24. But as there's going to be contact,
they're going. Oh, they were almost going 3 wide coming out of turn 4. I mean, these boys they're racing.
The first guy with 4 tires is that 88 car. Does he have enough time to get up there? As we have 7 laps to go. And we're going to have a battle for the lead here, not quite.
Yeah, these people, I mean, we did not talk about them much this, but now they're round of 16. And you have Aaron Taylor and Justin Levine battling it out for the lead as Justin Levine looks inside him.
Oh, Justin Levine.
6 to go. We have 6 laps to go. Aaron Taylor got that run. Aaron Taylor is not going to give this up, folks. He is going to make it rough on Justin Levine.
Yes, he will. I like what Aaron Taylor did. He kind of blocked that inside line to force Justin Levine to go up to the center of the corner. That hurt Justin Levine. Now, can he rebound from him as Aaron Taylor just got the wall just a little bit?
Oh, spinning! Car through the infield! This could be a game changer, folks. Caution comes out. This could end the race. Caution is not out right now.
Not quite who that was, but
I seen a car spinning through the infield. That was not it.
Doesn't matter. We got
Justin Levine looks to the inside.
Contact.
Contact! Great save by Aaron Taylor. But oh god, this is gonna get ugly, folks. They are bunched up.
On the inside. Casey Heschel just took the lead.
Folks, I don't know what's going on here.
Caution.
Caution is out. Casey Heschel's in the lead. Is Casey Heschel going to get his first win of the season? No way.
I think Casey Heschel just won
Casey Heschel just won this race. What is going on, folks? What is going on?
Coming to the caution flag with 3 laps to go.
No
the
way.
Race will end under caution. Casey Heschel will win this race.
Guys, I can't take this. I can't. My heart is racing. I've never had this at Oval. We're gonna take a break, okay? Because we're gonna have a heart attack up here in the booth. We are in Simple Man Game Call Cup Series, the Michiana 175, the Michiana Packard 175. You guys, stick around. We got the interviews. We're gonna give our recap. Oh my God! Thank you for joining us. We'll be back. a first-time viewer of this league, I want to ask that you come back tomorrow or next week at 9:15 Eastern Standard Time, because you were the good luck charm. We just finished up the Michiana Packard 175, presented by Simple Man Game Called Cup Series. Now, this was the round of 16. The winner, he's going to win the race. He is burning it down right now. He has never won a race in oval before, all right? And he wasn't even in the playoffs. He wasn't even in the round of 16. The craziness that we had that just developed, I mean, there's no way to explain it. We had Aaron Taylor out front, Aaron Taylor getting loose, like 6 cars just showing up and just ganging up on him, and then a caution comes out, and the number 1 Mountain Dew car of Casey Heschel is out front. Jake, what do you say about this?
You know, I kept on watching that replay. He took it 4 wide down to the apron, coming to the start-finish line. Folks, he went from 6th to the lead from a fact, just from exit turn 4 to the start-finish line. That is just an incredible move as he's burning it down here. He's in the the outside wall, but who cares?
You don't care right now. But I'm seeing people show up now that are like friends with Casey, that are fans of Casey, and I think mom and dad. Nick Payne's showing up. And I'm going to tell you right now, this one right here, I'm going to steal the thunder a little bit, but I know he's going to say this one is for the Misfits. I will talk to him personally. Casey Heschel is my brother, so I'm like Darryl Waltrip up here. I'm like, you did it! I'm like all falling up and everything. But we're going to go ahead, and we do got to talk to the Kevin Allison, Andrew Bird, and Aaron Taylor. So we'll go ahead. I'll let you key them guys up and talk to them, and then we'll get down there, work our way in.
Alrighty. I will get Calvin Allison in here. Calvin Allison, Jake Little, you got a copy.
Go ahead.
Once again, we're dominating, running center of the pole, leading a bunch of laps, racing with the 54 car there at the end. Got loose. Walk us through what happened there.
Yeah, I just figured I would get a better bite with the fresh tires, and I guess we made contact. I went back and watched the replay, and I didn't get an X when we hit, but you can clearly see in the replay that it crinkles his fender and out of mine, and then just tried to save it since it was, I think, 11 to go, and I just overcorrected and then tried to turn it back up the track, but Andrew was there, and I ended up wiping him out and a bunch of other cars.
So me and Rich were talking about this earlier. The worst thing a chase guy can do now is wreck themselves or get taken out and be put back in the standings. Now, how much does this affect your rest of your round of 16, and what will you do differently to try to make it through?
I guess I'll go to New Hampshire and just try to win or lead the most laps again or something and not make any more mistakes like that.
Yeah, you had a fast car tonight. Do you want to have anyone you want to thank here?
Simple Man Game Calls are sponsoring this league, and thank you all for broadcasting as usual, and big shout out to KC. I think this is his first win ever on iRacing.
All right, man. Once again, awesome job here tonight. Unfortunately, you come away with a 9th place finish, but it could have been worse. So see you next week at New Hampshire.
Thanks, guys.
All right, that was the 9th place finisher after leading a good majority of the laps, Calvin Allison. Now I'm going to dial up the number, the 24 car of Aaron Taylor. Aaron Taylor, Jake Little, you got a copy up here. And me and Richard up here, there was like 15, 14 to go. We see you stay out. with a bunch of like Andrew Bird and Kevin Allison pit would take 4 tires. You know, what was going through your mind when you see them pit? Were you trying to, you know, do something differently, or what was going through your mind at that point there?
Try something different. So I knew I wasn't gonna go anywhere where I was on those tires. Or if I pit, I didn't think I was gonna gain much. I thought I was still gonna lose. So I was just trying to get some track position by staying out and hope for a caution after a couple laps and we'd all pit again or something like that. But I ended up staying in the lead and went for another restart.
And another thing I was going to talk to you about was the contact with, I believe it was the 54 machine. Was it just, were you just trying to block? Didn't think he was going to get a fast enough run as he did, or just get loose? Tell us what happened from your point of view there.
Oh, that was just completely my fault. I tried to dive it in farther, and I just didn't clear him at all. So that's 100% my fault, and yeah, I'm sorry to the 54. I just had to try something. I had to stay in front of him because I knew he was going to pass me if I didn't try anything else like that.
I know you wanted to come up with that first place finish here, but you still come up with top 5 here. Good run here tonight. Anyone you want to thank?
Oh yeah, I want to thank Simple Man Game Calls, Yellow Flag TV, some of our other sponsors like Andrew's Paints, title sponsor today, Michiana Packard. Also want to thank my teammates Sam Warren and Matt McLean for just helping anytime.
All right, man. Once again, good run here tonight, and hope to see you next week at New Hampshire.
I do got to
Right,
jump
thank
in
you
here
very
while
much,
you got
Matt.
Andrew Bird on here, or Aaron Taylor on here, and Aaron Taylor, Richard Rose is up here. We got a fan in here, chat. His name is Aaron A.T. Taylor, and he says, "Hey, tell Aaron Taylor that Aaron Taylor said hello." So you've had a fan. You have the same name as him, and he's been cheering you on all race. So I just wanted to let you know that.
Hell yeah.
So we got that going. You know, all the interviews are done except for the top 3. Do we even go to the top 3? I mean, really?
You want me to dial up Andrew Bird?
Yeah, go ahead and get Andrew Bird, and then I'll think.
Andrew Bird, Jake Little, got a copy.
Yeah, I've got you.
And as always, you got a fast-looking machine here tonight. Pretty much came down to you in the 28 car there for most of the race. Walk us through your run here tonight and the incident between you and the 28 car.
It was a great run. Off the start, I didn't expect me to, 1, grab the lead before we even got back to the start-finish line, and 2, pull away as far as I did, although the high side was pretty good for the 28 on the long run, and it led to me having to figure out how to run the high side on the long run, and it was a lot of fun. The high side, the bottom, all of it, it was a lot of fun. This track is just incredible, but it's just, I hate racing a whole race, although it was a ton of fun just to, have my day end like that. I can feel better about it ending in other ways, but it's just, I don't know. It's very frustrating. I'm not in his car, so I don't, I can't completely blame him. But it felt like he was grasping for straws, trying to save the car, and just didn't really care about the cars around him. And I was all the way at the bottom. I mean, I guess I could have gone a little bit lower, but he still just hit me very quickly. But it sucked to me, especially finishing 2 laps down.
Yeah, man, it looked like you had a promising run here tonight. If not, I'll win a second place finish for sure. And so I'm gonna ask you the same thing I asked Kevin Allison. How much, how far does this put you back, or what will you have to do to, guarantee you a spot in the round of 12.
Well, luckily I won a lot of races there in the regular season, so I've got I think like 22 bonus points over anyone who doesn't have bonus points, and a solid amount for against other people. So I almost got a mulligan for these first 2 rounds, but it's not too bad of a situation. It's only a few points off Calvin Allison I lost there. I guess he'll take the lead.
All right, man. You had a great run here tonight. Have anyone you want to thank here?
Yeah, you guys for the broadcast. Tommy for running this league. He always does an incredible job. Simple Man Game Calls for sponsoring this series. The Buzz for the pole award. And the people race it. I mean, especially today, this was an incredible race, that long run. It's a lot of fun racing these guys.
All right, man. You good job here tonight, and hopefully see you next week at New Hampshire.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, that was Andrew Bird, unfortunately finishing in the 15th position, 2 laps down. And Richard, who do you have next?
We have somebody in chat yelling encumbered. I'm sorry. I'm just Casey Heschel races. His race should be encumbered. So all right. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna get to the top 3. Finishing the top 3. Justin Levine. And so we're gonna go ahead and talk to. I'm sorry. I'm laughing at chat. Somebody, Nick Payne is in there saying Casey Heschel's win should be encumbered. But we're gonna get to that in a second. Justin Levine, starting 3rd, finishing 3rd. Avoiding all the trouble. How do you think your race went?
Not good at this track. At least I think I'm not. But I had so much fun, and finishing 3rd, I can't ask for more.
I know. We kind of watched you throughout the night, and then all of a sudden, like towards the end of the race, you showed up. Would you say that was your strategy? With pitting, with gas strategy, tire strategy, and all that, what was going through your mind during the race?
Honestly, I was letting it come to me. That last not last caution, the second to last or third to last caution, when I was out leading and the caution came out, that worked out perfect. Took 4 tires, and then I just tried to stay up there. I didn't mean to touch the 28. On my screen, I didn't get a 0x, but I haven't got a chance to look at the replay, so sorry for everyone that got involved if that was my fault.
And I mean, if you've been racing on iRacing for a while, you know all about net leg and all that stuff. But any kind of sponsors that you want to thank?
I want to thank all the sponsors. I don't know them off the top of my head. I'm sorry. You guys for putting on a great broadcast. Tommy for what he does with the league. Want to thank Zach Hall. After he wrecked out, he helped me spot for a little bit. And that's about it.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week at New Hampshire. And then moving on, starting in the 7th position, finishing 2nd after the caution, Andrew Jones. What was going through your head during that call? I mean, you had a big wreck in front of you. What went through your mind?
Looking for a hole and trying to make sure I hit it.
Well, you hit that hole pretty good, and like when you got through it, were you kind of looking around you? Were you just kind of just looking forward to see where you were? I mean, were you expecting to come out second?
Once I made it through it and I saw Casey come flying by me, I was hoping it'd go green the rest of the way and try to run down the best I could.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of stuff happening tonight with pit strategy and everything. Entering this race, did you have any kind of strategy, or were you just going to let it fold out in front of you?
I was going to run about 30 laps and see how bad I was dropping off. And once I started dropping off pretty bad, I decided to try to go 30 laps each time.
I tell you, it worked out for you. You hit that hole pretty well. And any kind of sponsors you want to give thanks to?
Simple Man Game Calls and who we got? in order, and Tommy Reed for putting on the league, doing a good job, and you guys at Yellow Flag TV, and Casey on his win.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and get to this right now. Coming off his very first win in Oval Cup Series, presented by Simple Man Game Call Cup Series. Nick Payne is saying that Casey Heschel's win should be encumbered. There's a lot of controversy in chat, but Casey Heschel, you hit the hole pretty well, and you come out first. What were you thinking?
Never hit a hole that good, that's for sure. I can tell you that. But I saw everybody piling up and figured checkers or wreckers, never lift, and then I about spun it out on the apron down there. So I'm glad the yellow came out.
I know at that point when that caution happened, I think me and Jake were both screaming and yelling that it was happening, and there was hair around the hole. Good, but you went from 6th to 1st. It was like you just appeared out of nowhere. I mean, when you see this happen in front of you, you're thinking checkers or wreckers, but I know you're trying to get around it. So what was actually going through your head?
Well, I'm not in the chase or anything like that, so if I wreck, it really doesn't matter to me. Win came a week late, but hell, I mean, I see everybody wrecking. I might as well just try and drive through it like Cole Trickle, but worked for me, worked for him, so glad that happened.
Yeah, we got chat going. They're saying Jez Morris is proud, and Casey drives like Ty Majowski. So any kind of sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
Definitely Simple Man Game Calls for sponsoring the league. Tommy, Yellow Flag TV, even though you do a little commentating for him. Hopefully you don't suck as bad in the booth as you do on the track. But just, Nick, you suck. We'll see you in Tech on Tuesday if this car passes. I tried to knock the rear end out of it, so they couldn't find anything. So there's that.
Well, we always had that fight for the PCR related. We always had to fight who's going to get the win first. But great race, and you got the first win when it didn't matter. So, congratulations.
Ain't nothing like coming from last to first.
Exactly. Starting last, finishing first. You know, that's how it happens. So, congratulations. So that is Casey Heschel, the Angel Paints victor here at the 7-man game called Cup Series in the Michiana 175. What a race. Like, what an end of the... We never expected this to happen. And the chat's going crazy. Oval's going crazy. You got somebody with their first win. It's just, oh my God, it's just, woo!
You know, Casey made a great point. You know, he doesn't have anything to lose. He can go out there, risk, you know, wrecking for a win. You know, I'm sure he doesn't want to wreck every week, but he did something. He took a risk, and it paid off for him. He came away with his first career win, first win of the season, and you know, great move by that one bunch here tonight.
And that's you know, it happened to me last year when I was racing. I actually made it through, I think, the second round because of a wreck, and I happened to get around it, and I didn't win the race, but I finished high enough that it actually propelled me to the third round. And if I wouldn't have went out in my filming exponential last year, I could have probably made it to the final four. But that's besides the point. What do we have? New Hampshire next week?
New Hampshire. So it should be. Well, you know, remember back when we were there the first time? Who moved to, or who doored who?
Yeah, the question. Yeah. Who's gonna door who and who's gonna get who back? I don't know. We're gonna have to. And Andrew Bird, I think right now I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. Andrew Bird and Calvin Allison they're gonna race it safe. You heard him say, "Well, I've got all these points from winning the regular season," so it's gonna take a bit. I mean, if there's gonna be retaliation, it's gonna happen. We just gotta wait for it, right?
Yeah. Will it happen next week? We don't know. Will it happen if they're in the Final Four? We don't know.
I tell you one thing they need to really be doing. They really need to be watching the Oval Facebook page to see if this win by Casey Heschel is cucumbered.
Cucumbered?
That's all they're saying in the chat is cucumbered. So I thought I would throw it out
that was
there.
pretty crazy.
Maybe it's going to be pickled. You never know. But let's go ahead. Let's talk about the finishing standings, which are unofficial at this point. Casey Heschel coming in first. We're on number P2, Andrew Jones. P3, Justin Levine. P4, Thomas Harmon. P5, Aaron Taylor. Kyle Fram coming in 6th. Matt McLean 7th. Patrick Green, the number 8, placing P8. Calvin Allison, number 9. Chris James rounding out the top 10.
And the last car in the lead lap as well was Chris James. The first car, which was 2 laps down, Ryan Hensker, Chuck Phillips 12th. Sam Niederhelm 13th. Darren Clark 14th. Andrew Bird finishing 15th, 2 laps down. Sam Warren, one guy we really didn't talk about all night, 16th. Robert Dudley 17th. Tim Hockenbruchner 18th. David Clark had troubles early. Tried rebounding from that. 19th, 4 laps down. Josh Sturgill 20th. Zachary Hill 21st. John Hinchcliffe 22nd. And Danny Lowe. Disappointing run for him as he finishes 23rd.
Yeah.
54 laps down. And Richard, guess what I have in my hands as we speak?
Well, this is a PG-13 broadcast, so we're going to talk about that. But I'm hoping it's the standings are updated.
Yes, I have the updated point standings.
All right. Whew, you had me a little bit worried there for a second.
Andrew Bird is still in the points lead with 249 points. Second, Calvin Allison with 244. So only 5 points separating them. Kyle Fram sitting in 3rd in points. Andrew Jones 4th in points. 5th, Matt McLean. Aaron.
So we're hearing the management go 2 ahead of us. Aaron Taylor coming in P6 with 19 points. Chris James 13 points in number 7. Number 8, Chuck Phillips with 11 points. Josh Sturgill still has number 9. He came in here P3rd. He has 10 points. Tied with Sam Niederhelm with 10 points. Sam Warren coming in P11th with 7 points. David Clark is the final position right now. 2 races remain. We have the final 4. You can go ahead and do that.
Yeah. Well, as of right now, the 4 drivers that will be eliminated will be John Hinchcliffe, Brian Harford. By the way, Brian Harford, there are 3 guys that did not make tonight's race. Brian Harford, Jordan Beck, Raymond Dromar. Those 3 did not make the race tonight, so as of right now, they are pretty much in a
win or out
situation.
Yeah. And that's exactly how it's gonna boil down to. John Hinchcliffe can race his way in if he does finish well, but those final 3, they're gonna have to win.
Yeah, Brian Hartford is 46 points behind, as well as Jordan Beck. Raymond Drummer is 49 points behind. So they are for sure in a must-win situation. So I mean, if something happens to, the top 3 these next 2 races, then he'll be able to get on points. But they have to make these next 2 races.
Yeah.
Those 3 would have to make the next 2 races in order to be eligible for the next round if they were to win and advance. If they don't make those next 2 races, they're out. They can't. They're automatically eliminated from the next round.
And that's one of the things that I've always I never thought I would say. Round of 16, you're going down around 12. So, got New Hampshire next week, which is a very slick track, very fast track though. A lot of controversy coming out of it the last race. So we're looking forward to how this one goes. And we're going to see what happens in the 7-man Game Call Cup Series. I mean, we're in playoffs. We're in a round of 16 right now. These boys are racing for a championship. Any final thoughts from you?
I'm going to be strictly honest with you right here. I did not expect that number 1 car of Casey Heschel right now to be sitting in that Andrew Baines victory lane. I did not expect that. I expected, Calvin Allison, Matt McLean, and for those guys, or Kyle Fram to get that win, to guarantee, to put them one step further to the next round. I didn't expect a non-chase driver to win. And the highest chase, playoff, not chase, playoff. The highest playoff driver finishing is Andrew Jones II. So we're seeing these guys that made the playoffs that really didn't make all that much noise finally come to life in the playoffs.
That's usually when it happens. They have nothing else to race for, so let's go ahead and let's just do it. Like you said, he put it in the hole. He didn't come out first, so that checker flag, the yellow flag come out when it did, and he happened to be. We're gonna have to watch out for. The new viewers this week, we had a whole bunch of people. We had awesome interaction in the chat. So I want to thank everybody for showing up tonight. Make sure you're back next Tuesday night, 9:15 Eastern Standard Time, as we'll be racing from New Hampshire. I tell you what, if it's a good race, if it's a bad race, you're gonna have one thing and one thing only. You're gonna have future Hall of Famer Jake Little back next week for the Simple Man Game Call Cup Series. Make sure to check them out. Make sure to check their website out. Buy a call and use the code OVAL and get 10% off of your discount. Who likes to save money? I love to save money. Go check out their game calls. We will see you guys next week in New Hampshire. From me, future Hall of Famer Jake Little, go ahead and take them out.
Thank you.